Good day everyone, this is Ruby Enterprise, and in this class I'll be taking us through how to draft a basic sleeve block. You can use this sleeve on all your outfits, your blouses, dresses, whatever it is you are making. You can always use a basic sleeve. Now, what are the measurements that you'll be needing for this class? You will need your bust measurements. This is needed so that you can get your cap sleeve. So that's why you will need your bust measurement to do the calculation of your cap sleeve, because it varies from one person to another. So you need your bust measurement divided by 12 plus half inches. That is the calculation you need to get your cap sleeve. Then you need your sleeve length and the sleeve opening, which is the round sleeve. So once you have gotten all these measurements, you are ready to draft your pattern. Of course, you have to get your armhole length also. Your armhole length is also very important. So let's go into the drafting. For this class, the measurement I'm using for the sleeve length is 10 inches. So mark your 10 inches. And I said we need our cap sleeve, which is bust divided by 12 plus half inches. If you do that calculation for this class, I'm using the bust of 36. 36 divided by 12 will give us 3 inches. Then 3 inches plus half will give us 3.5 inches. So chop your 3.5 inches. After you must have done that, use that to form a straight line. Like so. Don't forget your pattern has to be on fold. After you must have done this, the next thing is that whatever it is that you use for your armhole, that is the armhole length on your blouse or on your dress. Let's assume your armhole length. For this class, the armhole length that I'm using is 8. So whatever it is that you use to get your armhole length, you will add 1 inches. Sorry, it's not that you will add 1 inches. You will add the allowance. It's not necessarily 1 inches. So if you draft your blouse or your dress with 1 inches allowance or 2 inches allowance, you have to add that to your armhole length. So for this particular example now, the allowance I use is 1 inches. So I'll be adding 1 inches to my armhole length, which is 8, and that will give us 9 inches. So that's 9 inches. Now you are going to measure it and mark on the line of the cap sleeve. So after you must have done that, the next thing for you to do is connect this 9 inches that you chop. You connect it to this angle here. I will do that now. Yeah, so after you must have gotten this, what's next to do is that you will divide this by 2. Remember, we used 9 inches, but now due to the slope we have 9.5 now. So when we divide 9.5 by 2, it will give us 4.5 Then you mark that point as well. After you must have marked your 4.5 you will go up, raise it up by half inches. Half inches. That point, raise it up by half inches, and we have it here already. So raise it up by half inch. Then the next thing for you to do is connect this point to this point. Now, this is what I'm saying. After you must have done this, the next thing is that you form your curve. You can use your French curve as well to get this. You form a curve like so. After you must have gotten your curve, the next thing you will do, before I go, after you must have gotten your curve, you have successfully derived your armhole for the back. This is the back armhole now. Remember that if you are doing your final drafting for your blouses, you will have your across front and across back to do that. And if you do that successfully, you will have different armhole for the back and front piece. It will be different, it will not be the same thing. So when you arrive at this point, you have successfully gotten your back armhole. Now to get your front armhole, what you are going to do is that you will get another curve. That will not be from the point of our half inches here, but from the original line here, from the original point here that we first of all have. So you connect that also to make a curve. Make your curve like so. Then the next thing is you come down now and make another curve to this point here. So from this point to this point you make another curve. So after you must have done this, you have successfully gotten your front armhole as well. Now the next thing that you are going to do now is that you are going to measure your sleeve opening, or you call it round sleeve. If your round sleeve is for example in this class the measurement I'm using is 12, so you divide it by 2. Whatever your round sleeve is, divide by 2 and add whatever allowance that is convenient for you. You can add 1 inches, you can add 2 inches, but I'll be adding 1 inches, so I'll be having 7 inches here. Measure your 7 inches and mark. Once you have that, the next thing you will do now is to connect the 2 points together. You connect this to this and you are done with drafting your basic sleeve block. Now the question is, we said we have different armhole from the front and the back. Now we're going to cut it out so that we have that in one piece of this sleeve. What you will do is you will cut it out. Don't forget your sleeve length also need an allowance, so you add the allowance that you need for your sleeve length, whichever one is convenient for you, 1 inches or 2 inches allowance, you add it. So what I have here now is 1 inches allowance. That's what I'm having at the hem of the sleeve here. So you add your 1 inch allowance or 2 inches, whichever one is convenient for you. After that, let's now cut it out. So this is what you are going to do. Now we want to get our sleeve to have the back and the front armhole in one piece. What you will do is that you have to first of all cut for the back. So cut out the back armhole like so. Cut it out. The back is for the armhole. After you must have done this, the next thing is just open it up. Open up your sleeve so that this side will now be for the back armhole and this side will be for the front armhole. What you will just do is that you will now trace that of the front now. And now you have successfully have your front and back armhole in one piece of the sleeve. So as you can see, this is more deeper, which is for the front, than the one for the back. So that's how to go about the drafting of your basic sleeve. Thank you.